Give me a second, man. I'm doing shit over here on this end. Un momento, por favor. Un momento, por favor. We gotta get the links out. We gotta get the links out. We gotta get them links out. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta get them links out. We in here. Greetings all. Welcome back to another episode of What is a reborG podcast. I am reborG. What up with you? I'm feeling good. Just got off work. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Was supposed to record this earlier, but I had to go to work this weekend. She didn't have me on the schedule, and she didn't have me on the schedule to work this weekend. So when I looked, I was like, well, you ain't got no dishwasher. You ain't got no dishwasher for the weekend. So and she was like, oh, let me check. I got somebody. And maybe about 15 minutes later, she came and was like, you want to work this weekend? This shit easy. Go ahead. I take these hours because no problem at all. Shout out to the co-pilot. We got straight Jameson today. I wanted a drink. Jameson. Straight up chilled. What's it called? Neat. I got my boy Risa here. We got that. And definitely that water tie, that righteous hydration. We in here, man. Let me get a sip. Ah, damn. Look at him. What you laughing at now, man? Yeah, because you know about these drinks for real, for real. I ain't feel like no wine today. I didn't. It was all about this Jameson. And I ain't got no ginger ale. And I gave Reese my sparkling Voss water with the lemon in it. No problem. Enjoy that. I hope you're enjoying that, fam. By itself, I wasn't gonna drink it, but when I mixed it with my liquors, it was cool. This shirt ain't shit. It's just a regular Hanes tee. I ain't had nothing special. I got off work, took Bobo outside, showered up, and got a little clean and shit or whatever like that. But outside of having to work, and it ain't shit, ain't no problem. I've been chilling, man. Just working like shit. Just working. I already checked the clock. I'm gonna get over 50 hours this week, like well over. Oh, you smacked them waters. Word. If I can get another if I have another case fall through, I'll get you some. That ain't no problem. Matter of fact, they cheap, which lets me know that they probably not selling that well in the Voss world. People just getting regular Voss, and that might just be it. Because if you smack them, that means you actually mess with them. Because I wouldn't say you're a picky eater or a picky drinker or nothing like that. You're just particular. There is a difference. But man, I just been chilling, man. Now, of course, with me working, there was definitely some salt involved because I couldn't watch college football yesterday like I wanted to. I'm gonna go into the games and some of my opinions on all that next week. I just wanted to chill a vibe this week. Where did I get them? Amazon. I was buying a case of the regular Voss water, and they added it in there for like $15. So I was like, oh, okay, shit, fuck it. I'll try it out, just to give it a taste. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about that next week because I'd much rather do it. It'd be 3 weeks. It'd be more to talk about, and the NFL starts Thursday. I'm off, so I'll be able to enjoy that. Cause I wanted to kick it with my pops. That the irony is crazy. As soon as I say his name, he got the little emoji dabbing up here. What's up, man? My dude. And do that, and then today I was probably gonna kick it with my niece or whatever. And my homie was having an event that I I wasn't trying to go to after I got off work because you know how sometimes it gets when you get off work. You may not be tired, but you don't feel like going nowhere. Probably kick it with my niece. I ain't seen my mom's in a minute. It's like a week and a half. Yeah, it'd be 2 weeks by the time I'm off again. So I meant to check the schedule and see if they had any Thursday or Friday games. I know the damn Tampa Bay and Dallas play Thursday, but like I said, next week we'll get into that. We'll make that happen. You know, we're gonna discuss that shit. But the title says back to school. Kids start school on Tuesday. I got into it maybe what was it, a week or two ago, talking about like that first day of school. I was just talking about that senior year, which is sauce, man. You know, because you saw stuff, you gained a little bit more confidence. You're more comfortable in yourself. You know, it's a little different. I want to talk about that real. How many of y'all remember kindergarten? I'm gonna be honest. Probably one of the scariest moments I had in my life because kindergarten is something that your parents don't even, because we didn't have the early development. We ain't had an early development like last time, like they have for kids today. Because they got the jump now where kids go to like a they go to like a pre can I wouldn't even call it like pre-K. They go to like a little facility, like a school, so they can get acclimated to school and being in a classroom environment and stuff like that before they can actually go to a school for kindergarten. But for me, it was fucking frightening. First of all, my dad wasn't there, so he was at work. Wasn't worried about that. Knew he was at work. But to have my mother drop me off with some strangers I didn't know and just be gone after an hour, I'm pretty sure of it. I don't remember it verbatim. I remember the feel. I'm pretty sure I cried. I'm pretty sure I cried because your mom just your people just take you to the school and leave you there. They just take you there and are gone. Like they didn't explain it or nothing. That was just like, man, is she coming back? Man, I didn't. What the fuck is going on here? But luckily for me, I had a. What's up, Savard? Luckily for me, I had a good, great kindergarten teacher, Mr. Cecil Overton. Oh man, he was a good dude, man. For real, he was a good dude. I don't have nothing to knock on him, man. He was a great dude, man. I heard he ended up being like, you know, one of the big wigs and one of the big wigs in Newport News schools. But as a kindergarten teacher, he was it. He was cool. He definitely helped. Shout out to Cecil. That name stink. All right, that's one of them names that's absolutely buns. Cecil, oh, that name is trash. Get rid of it. But Cecil Overton was a cool dude, man. I can not lie. And he had one of them little tiny voices my dad used to pick on him. Yeah. My dad came to pick me up from school one day and he saw him and he said, "See you later, Jamal." My dad, because he was a small dude, like he was like real small in stature and stuff like that. So he had that little voice, and then he had the little perm too. But he was a good dude, man. What up, Jubug? Yo, I heard about you about to make that move, man. You growing up, man. Still won't keep you from being the cantankerous mother that you always gonna be. I would pay a penny to see you around like some females or whatever, just because I know you don't take that same aggression and that same honorary attitude towards them. I know you don't do that to the buns. I know you don't. But kindergarten was scary as hell because it wasn't like we knew. I didn't know any of those kids because most of the kids in my neighborhood growing up were older than me, and there was one that was younger. But we all went to different schools because, I mean, the ones that was around my age went to different schools because we was using different addresses and stuff like that. Because you know you might want your kids to go somewhere else. I don't know if the Cecil, Evander, Gregory. Yes, all those names are trash. Some old names you got to put in that steel drum, man, and burn that alive. Some of them names, they got to go. Like some of them are cool. Like some of the biblical ones, they are cool. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, James, Paul. Those are all right. Cecil, that joint stinks, man. I'm sorry. That joint trash. But that was scary, man. That was frightening as hell. Come on now. Of course you would say that, nigga. It's your name. I'm telling you right now, I would not think that shit if I didn't like my name. Because I was close. I was close to having one of them buns names. Matter of fact, that my mom, you get a shout out for this ridicule, mama, because that name was trash. Excuse me. Another scary one was the first time in high school, because I went to Hampton City schools, but in high school, 9th grade, I went to Newport News schools, and I had only been in Newport News. Yeah, you definitely can, because you know I'm like Ron Burgundy. If you put it up there, I will read it, even out loud, like a dumbass. But at Heritage, I didn't know nobody other than my homies, and then they fucked around, and then we didn't have no classes together, which was even crazier. So that first day of school, matter of fact, damn near that first year of school, I really didn't say shit. I want to say my homie Tito ended up in one of my classes after Christmas break. I want to say it was math with Mr. Murray. Mr. Murray was a cool dude. You know, he had the Santa Claus beard with the white hair and stuff like that, but he was a good ass teacher for real. And then same thing with my boy Tay. We ended up in Earth Science with Miss Perryman with that voice like this. Good afternoon, Jamal. I hope you don't think you'll be sleeping this afternoon. Miss Perryman in Earth Science, and we had Miss Siphon for English. She was a cool lady. She was kind of like, I hate to use the word hip, but she knew what was going on. So she kind of related into a lot of the stuff that we had. So she tried to incorporate what was going on nowadays into some of our English lessons, and that was cool. I really appreciated that. But that first day was quite scary. My homeboy Greg, who I become friends with during the football season. Matter of fact, it was the first time I got. It was the first time that I got hollered at by a girl. Yep, her name was Shantae. I was going to the locker room with Greg so we can go to practice, because study hall was over with, and she was like, "Ooh, you cute. What's your name?" I was like, she got to be talking to Greg. And Greg was white, so I was like, I said, you got to be talking to the white boy. And she was like, no, I'm talking to you. I was like, oh, I didn't know that went down. Because in Hampton City schools in Lindsay, I had to do some work. I had to pull out some game out there just to get them to talk to me, for real. Man, that just used to take some work. You hear me? To get with them, that was crazy. And it was salty as shit. I ain't like the first day of eating. The first day of not eating, but Lindsay, it was cool, but I was salty because my best friend O'Neal didn't get to go with me. He ended up going into a whole. He got chosen because he was smart and did his schoolwork and shit like that. He got chosen to go to Eaton, which was recruiting kids on the education side, which I thought was cool. And I knew once he said, man, they trying to get me to go to Eaton. I knew it was a wrap. Because I knew his parents was all about that. So him getting that chance, I knew he was gone. I ain't have my best friend there. I was salty. Yeah, I was salty. And Miss Rushcheck's class. That was I can't remember the other lady's name. She was small. But it was all like, it was just all different. Because I went to 3 different elementary schools, man. Shit. Pops was getting that money, man, moving on up. He was climbing that ladder like he was getting that bread, because we was on 17th Street in kindergarten, 1st and 2nd grade. Then we moved uptown, and I went to Jenkins for 2 years. That one was cool. I don't remember being like afraid or worried or nothing like that, or nothing along those lines. Because I don't know. I don't know why I was more comfortable in that one. And then when I went to Robert E. Lee in fourth grade, yeah, I won't getting ready to cry like kindergarten scared, but I was a little drawn back. I was like, I don't know these motherfuckers. Because our neighborhood was weird. Because where we stayed at, there were no kids on that whole damn block. They were, but they were like real little kids, like babies and 4 and 5 and 6 and stuff like that. I'm like 9. I'm not gonna hang out with no babies. And all the kids was in O'Neill's neighborhood across the street. I didn't know. It was one dude I was cool with around the corner, Claude, but he ended up being a herd and the tattletelling on me, and I got suspended one time. Damn punk. Yeah, I made sure I punched the shit out of Claude. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna say it was no fight because he definitely didn't retaliate. He went the fuck home. And we weren't friends no more after that. I don't know if his people said don't be around me, because I could tell when I met his dad one time, Claude, that name stinks. What did his peoples call him? His peoples called him Chappie. Your name stinks and your nickname stinks. His sister was cute as shit though. Yes, she was. Oh man, she was cute. Cause it won't like it was a whole bunch of girls around there or nothing like that. Cause in the neighborhood, I definitely didn't. No, I became friends with him later. It was a dude that was in our neighborhood that we grew up with. His name was Nell, like Nell. Ernell was his first name, and he was a real skinny, real black kid. He was like a grade younger than me, and my dad used to call. My dad used to call him the Black Englishman. He wasn't even from England. Oh my goodness, man, because he had one of them voices too. Man, he's is Jamal here? Can you come outside and play? Oh man. Oh man, I found out like years later that he was gay, but I was not surprised. He was gay then. He just ain't had nobody to be gay with. But they won't no problem. There was, yeah, hey, that's just hey, that's just the way that's just how the game is played, man. You know, the Black Englishman, that's funny as hell. And in our neighborhood, there was so many different age ranges, man. Like, godly. Like, Nell, Sherrod, and Andrew were younger than us. Me and O'Neal was like the only people our age. TJ would show up every now and again, but everybody else was older. We was hanging out with high school kids when we was in like the 4th grade, like Oban and Tim, Mario, and Steve, and Damien. Oh yeah, was Dudley his last name? Why was people calling him Dudley? I never understood that. Mario used to come out there now and again. I used to hate it when Mario played football because this nigga was faster than he was faster than the high schoolers, bro. I ain't make no damn sense. I was like, golly, like it's hard to play tackle football when you ain't got no damn when you can't catch no damn body. And all of us had a nickname. When we mentioned Tim, we used to say Tim and them. His brother Mario, we called him Mo. Yeah, so Dudley was just a nickname. I sure wish I knew where that came from. Darren, who never bought his ass outside, he was the first recluse gamer. Darren was just in the house playing video games. Him and Sherman. Sherman is another name that stink too. Remember Sherman on it? Remember that time he tried to jump the ditch and his foot got stuck in it? And the mud caught his shit. No, not that one, Pops. It wasn't Dame, Big Dame. Dame went around there when we was staying on Gary. This is another dude, dark-skinned, skinny dude. Opie. Niggas used to call him, first of all, his nickname was Opie, and he went white. And they used to call him Apollo. Because his name was Andy. I don't even know where they got that from. But listen, I mean, to be real, they gave out some horrible nicknames in that neighborhood. I will not lie. I was called Cassell because I was bald. That was it. Like everybody was bald in 93, man. You could have gave me 92, 93. You could have gave me any bald person name. You could have called me Onyx. Dude, when you know when you jump in ditches in the creek in the back and stuff like that, and you know, some people don't be that athletic. And that jump was funny because Sherman tried to jump the ditch. And he did an athletic move, which was funny, but it made it worse because he jumped the ditch. His back foot got caught in the mud, and as soon like his foot touched the ground, and he jumped again. The second jump took the mud, kept the shoe, and he just left it out. You know, the mud was so deep that jump was up to the inlets where you shot the shoestring. Sherman ain't had no business outside, man. He didn't. He won't never outside. He ain't had no business out there. He was one of the first nerds I remember. And that's not a derogatory term coming from this side because we all nerdy about some shit, you know. And I'm glad that's kind of like died down as the years went on and stuff like that. Because shit, my dad's low-key a nerd for real, for real. Yeah, I mean, come on now. Knew everything, was in the comic books and all types of shit like that. Like, so I grew up with a nerd as a dad. I mean, not really a nerd because he was hip too. He was into what was going on with the culture or whatever, you know, as far as hip hop and, you know, music and movies and things like that. So it won't like he was, you know, out there trying to make me get a refracting telescope and nothing like that. But man, the neighborhood did used to be lit. We used to do all types of shit. Yeah, have you thought about this as an adult? Because most of us are adults in here. Yeah. Do you remember like how much? Oh my God, this nigga Lowski. I want to ban you now, man. Look, man. Look at him. What put user in a timeout or hide user in this? Oh man, I don't. Yo, how the hell I get a weirdo fan, a weirdo subscriber, and I ain't even popular? They usually come along when you got fans and stuff like that. Like the homie 3MG, he got weirdo fans, and you know people like Iron Dante and those big time ones. How I get a weirdo right off bait? There ain't nothing but 65 people in this month. I want to ban you just for seeing your name. But the shit was like, you ever thought about like how much shit that you did in a day back when you were younger? Like how much stuff went on? Man, now ain't no way in hell you could do nothing like that. Not nowadays. Like outside of oh, well, Savard, I mean, come on now. You kind of a nerd. You give off weirdo energy. I ain't even gonna lie. You cool and I fucks with you all day, but it ain't no secret about that, my nigga. The weirdo is gonna follow you. I can tell you that right now. And when you blow up, it's gonna be about 350 people in the chat. 287 gonna be weirdos for real, for real. I just want you to be prepared. I hope you already know what's up. But I used to think about like how like outside of like football season, like you would go to school, you would come home, you would kick it with the homies, you would go home, you would talk to a girl, you would play video games, and watch your favorite TV shows, all in the damn day. Like, what the fuck? Like, I wish I could. I went to work today. There's no way. First of all, we can't hang out with the homies because fortunately all of them have children. Like, I think I may have like one or two friends that don't have kids. That's boy hitting the table. But for the most part, they all kid up and they at the age where they need all that attention. Reese, is Ren starting is your oldest starting kindergarten? No, I think you said she got a year left, a year beforehand. Wow, that's crazy, man. The homies got kids going to school. I got a homie who's his oldest son getting ready to go to high school, man. Goosh. Mosley's oldest is going to high school, man. Wow. I remember that big head little boy at the wedding. That's crazy, man. I think T-Dog, his oldest is getting ready to start kindergarten too. She's real smart. I was with him the other day. Um, we went. This ain't gonna be no sports pod, but I do got to mention what happened, like stuff that I actually did. So somebody that he works with was hyped about this freshman quarterback starting for this team. Okay, she going to preschool, cool. She so she's getting that acclimation year going. So they wanted to watch this team called Minchville, who has been perennially trash since I was a kid. I want to say maybe when I was like 6 or 7 when they was good. When my sister graduated in '93 was the last time they was good for real like that. They was good one year in 2005, but they found out that the running back lived in a whole nother area, so they had to negate all those games. But we watched Mitchville versus the new perennial power, Phoebus, and he took his kids with, man, they got their ass whooped quick. That shit was ugly. And for those of you who not from the area, like Bug and Savad and that weirdo Lowski, that's a weird thing. And people on base used to clown me about this. We don't play our high school games at the high schools. We have a designated stadium in each city, and that's where they do all the games at. We do not play at the school. JV does, but varsity, no, you got to go to the stadium. Todd Stadium in the news, where you can actually like walk around and converse with people and stuff like that. And Darling Stadium in Hampton, where you better sit your ass down. At Darling Stadium, you better sit your ass down. But cause yeah, I played ball in high school. I won't all that. I was on the team. That's about as much as I get you. I did a little bit, but that's about it. But anybody else? What? How was y'all first days to school? Was like, how many of y'all got in a fight? Jubug, you seem like the type that get in a fight at the first day. Something that always stood out to me, especially in the 6th grade and in the 9th grade, girls. Like, to see girls from other areas that you ain't had nothing with, that you didn't know nothing about. Wow. Because this ain't elementary school no more, man. These is women. Like, when you get to high school, man, that don't trip me out. First of all, I didn't even know there were girls taller than me, because I want to say I was at least 5'10" by the 6th or 7th grade. I always been tall, always in the back rotating during picture day. But to go to high school, because I was easy, I had to be about 6'1" by the time I got to high school. To see girls literally taller than me, and not just the girls on the basketball team, like just regular girls. Like, my biggest crush was my height. The girl I was in love with at school, man, she was my height. Crazy. Reese, you ain't do no fighting. Everybody fucked with you. You was and get us some girls, man. Tell the truth, man. We all in it. Look, man, put that up there. You may be married now, but she yours now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You're hers or whatever. Come on, man. Tell the truth, man. You was getting at these girls. What up, Goo? Jubug, you might be in there. Goo might be in that same boat with you, Jubug. He was fighting too. Won't nobody fighting Reese, because Reese was he was the popular basketball dude. Everybody knew Reese that played basketball, man. That's how you say it. People when they have names and you know what it is. It's either a body part or something that they do. That's Reese that played basketball. Big Head Chuck, that was one they used to say. Dark Skin Tay, that was one. T-Dog, the one that looked like Ludacris. Yeah, I mean, it's usually all types of stuff. Come on, man, you was getting at them girls, man. This all the way back in the day. There's no way she could still be jealous of women who don't even exist in your mind no more. She won. That's what she should be excited. She got the dub. But I'm telling you that right now, this Jameson is like that. This shit is real right here. This is a man's beverage, right? Like, I can hear the phonicles trying to grow on my chest right now. But yeah, what Goo, you went to a lot of goddamn schools. Bad motherfucker. Like, You ain't getting no squabbles or nothing like that on the first day, did you? No. I know I was trying to kiss a girl in kindergarten. Man, I might have, boy, some of the shit I did as a youth, if I had did this nowadays, oh man, it would be a wrap. To my ACL. Oh, whoa, whoa, shit. Boy, he let the cat out the bag. Yo, Paul ain't shit, man. That boy uncovered. He pulled that Velcro. Shh, he pulled the cat out the bag. I was like, yo, don't do him like that, yo. Don't do him like that. Did he know that was your girl? Because that's possible. Man, I remember seeing, and I'm sorry if I offend anybody for this. I'm sorry, but this just what was going on. Sixth grade in our class, I saw a girl. Her name was Stacy. Stacy had double C cup titties in the sixth grade, and my mind was absolutely fucked from there. Like I didn't even know how to talk to her. I don't even recall ever saying a word to Stacy. I couldn't fathom that she was built like a grown woman in the sixth grade. That jump was crazy. Her and Letitia, because Letitia had cheeks, and she was out there like showing cheeks or whatever. And that was that I didn't see no cheeks like that. Not in elementary school, because you won't look at cheeks won't I don't worry about the square school square pizza. You know what was weird? When I went to Lindsay and they had the actual circle, Lindsay had the circle pizza. Cause I had got the it was kind of like the rectangular shit. It was kind of like a rhombus. Um, it had the jump like this, and instead of coming to the point like the triangle, it was blocked off or whatever like that. That's what I was like. That was with the little tiny pepperonis. Those was good. The ones that Lindsay, they weren't that good. That sauce was kind of trash. But that was crazy. Like seeing girls like develop like that, that fucked me up. I ain't even gonna lie, cause I fucks with these women. I really like. I'm ultimately like, oh, the aesthetics. Hey, I mean that's just what it is. In seventh grade, when Artia wore a tennis skirt. I Y'all bullshitting. What is going? Your mama let you? This, we looking right like, come like, what is going on? What is happening here, man? Man, I need to get somebody. I don't need no Facebook or no yearbook or no shit like that. Just give me one of them 10-minute jumps. At the end of the movie where they be. I told Gu this before. At the end of the movie where they give you the little sentence. And they be like doing shit, and then it'd be like Chris ended up graduating and ended up at barber school. He one of the hottest barbers in the city now. Like that shit like that. If I can get that with a list of people, for real, I'd be cool. Cause I don't want to really know what the fuck you got going on. I just want to know what you looking like now, and if you doing all right. Cause I'm hoping everything worked out well for you. Cause there's some people in my life that disappeared from school that I have no idea what the fuck happened. And they probably think the same thing with me too. So like one of my best friends in high school was Gary Bernard Pittman. Yes, I put his whole name out there. And his nickname on the football team was Nightcrawler. And he was the funniest dude I had ever met at that time. He was the only one like myself that was up late at night watching Comic View and Def Jam. So we would reiterate those jokes to each other all the time. Him and white boy Greg. Greg was funny as shit too. I wonder what he doing also. Cause I disappeared off the map. I ain't on social media and nothing like that. So I really don't be trying to, cause I'm good on that. I'd rather pass. I'm all right. See a bunch of nonsense, that I don't feel like dealing with, news that I don't give a fuck about. You picture me going up there to see some nice little message, some little crib, a little Bible verse or something my grandma gave me, and I gotta watch you crate motherfuckers out there interrupting my special time with Granny. Hell no. I want to watch this shit on my own terms. And apparently, this is a nice segue. Can't shit come out, whether it be shoes, movies, or whatever. They hype up everything. I'm surprised it ain't a fucking Facebook page or Instagram page just based on the sun. Sun came out today, now nigga, that shit was lit. Like, like hell no, man. Y'all cut that shit out, man, for real. And that segues into shout out to those who were waiting on those albums. Donda was last week, right? Yeah. For those of you who had been waiting, I know a lot of Kanye fans, and I know a lot of them were really waiting. Like each time he was doing something with this tour and shit, y'all was thinking that it was gonna come out the next day. But I'm glad y'all didn't have to wait that long, that longer than y'all anticipated. Cause you know Kanye, you would have fucked around and got a New Year or some shit like that. So I listened to a couple of tracks. It's cool. I fuck with it. Get a solid 5.8, something like that. I don't fuck with the whole thing. One thing about Kanye that I'm not agreeing with at this stage of his career, I need you to stop getting outshadowed by your features. You keep featuring people on your albums and stuff like that, and they doing a better job. Like he had this problem on Life of Pablo too. There was a lot of tracks on Life of Pablo where did we really need him up there? His verses or whatever and stuff like that. Like that's that's kind of waning on me. I'd rather, because my favorite Kanye album is Graduation, because lyrically was like his zenith. Lyrically, I think that was when he reached the highest ceiling, because lyrically he was crazy. I mean, I will argue with anybody about that. Lyrically, Graduation, he was crazy. Now, in Dark Twisted Fantasy, he was too. But at the beginning of that Graduation, oh man, he was killing that shit. He was mastering his flow. You knew that craft was coming together, and he was cooking up some shit. He was definitely doing that. He still has some good verses, but he ain't cooking up no shit no more, man. He putting together some good songs. Like producer-wise, he's still doing his thing because he still know how to get people together, and he's bringing in the right producers and finding the sound that he wants. And he's definitely getting that sonically, musically. I don't have that much problem with him. Now the gospel music, let me find a way to put it. I fuck with gospel music, but not at this level. I'll take choirs sound great. I mean, really doesn't matter. If they put a choir together, they usually can sing. But I'm more of an old school, like early 90s and back, like Kenton Spirituals, the Soul Stirs with Sam Cooke, and oh man, what was the other one? The Jubilees and shit like that. Like I Got So Much to Shout About and stuff like that. That's what mine come at, the Mahalia Jacksons and stuff like that. Right around the time I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain, that's right around that time. I went the Al Green and the Winans. Maybe not as much BB and CC. They was cool and they did their thing. But the Winans, the brothers with Tomorrow and Ain't No Need to Worry and Millions Didn't Make It. That's what my favorite portion is. So to do this shit nowadays, he ain't doing nothing but remixing shit that was already, done in the gospel. And, he just taking shit. And it's a cool jump for those who don't know and haven't been on that side. But, for somebody like me who listen to music like that, for me, for my taste, I'm cool with that. Boy, that drink is real. Whew. But shout out to him and shout out to Drake. I know a lot of Drake fans too, and I'm glad y'all got to get this. This is one thing I can say about it. Whether you like one or the other more, for me, the fans get the dub when when the mainstream is in front and center. Because not everybody is a fan of the underground artists and stuff like that. Because there was 3 underground projects that dropped in August that were very good. But They underground, and not a lot of people give a fuck. So we kind of need the mainstream to do that because there really wasn't nothing much going on mainstream outside of when Tyler dropped. Tyler dropped a good album. Now ask yourself this: for those of you who have listened to the Tyler album, do you like this more than Donda and CLB? See what you think. Because at the end of the year, I'm gonna definitely go down this list. I'm gonna give you these albums that I really fuck with in the hip hop field. I haven't listened to Certified Lover Boy yet. I will when I'm off work on Thursday, because I'm kind of like a snob when I listen to it. I like to have a day off where I'm just at the house with myself, and I just, sit down, listen to the music and zone out. Because I don't want any, like, I'm not going to say distractions, but I don't want anything to drain in with it. I'll cut off my TV and all that other shit. And I just sit there, unless I'm watching it on the tube. And I'm just, I just want to sit there and vibe with it. And I usually listen to it twice. I let it play all the way through twice. This one's going to be trying with these two albums because what is it, 25 and 20? It's a lot of goddamn tracks. Man, stop putting all them damn tracks on these damn albums, man. You know damn well by the time you get to the 16th track, shit start waning. Shit. And that was a good play by Drake too. Yeah. Wait for Kanye to drop his shit. And then you drop it right afterwards. Fuck up all the steam he had going on with his shit. Then you drop the 3 Stacks jump. That's what Kanye be fucking up. First of all, how do you not release the 3 Stacks version? Come on now. You know people want to hear that shit. Maybe the sample didn't clear or something went down that was out of the control, but come on now. People want to hear 3 Stacks. Definitely. We want to hear 3 Stacks. The bros, the black folks, we always waiting for 3 Stacks. We don't anticipate it no more, but we be waiting. If you didn't get a chance, listen to the verse he dropped on Flip. What up, you sweaty motherfucker? Oh, pretty boy swag ass nigga. He ain't got his hair back and he done changed and shit. But damn, what was I saying? He diverted my shit. Damn, what was I saying? Somebody bring me back. I fucked up the church's money. I got distracted. But don't put that many tracks. Was that what I was at? Don't put that much shit up there. Because it takes a long time for you to try to gather that shit and get it together. Life of the party ain't no way in hell. Not as mean as your ass is. Life of the party is for nicer people. Not an asshole like you, sir. Now your cuz, yeah, probably. Oh, but 3 Stacks, yeah, we want to hear everything 3 Stacks got going on. We don't give a shit. We want all that. Listen to the verse he dropped on the Anderson .Paak album. One say the Ventura one. And don't forget about the one he gold linked. It's called Third Power. He be killing it. I know people didn't really care for those 2 tracks that he dropped on Mother's and Father's Day because, both his parents passed. Me and Father and me, that one, and he dropped the instrumental. That was crazy. I'll be honest with you. It really don't matter for me. The Love Below is one of my favorite albums, period. I don't give a fuck. Because it's hard to even put that album in a genre. But that's one of my favorite albums. Like, I've always been able to listen to that front to back. And I don't know if anybody else is like this, but I can't just listen to one song from it. Excuse me. It's a couple of jokes like that. Like, if I'm with somebody and we listen to a track and move on, I'm cool. But guaranteed, later on that day when I'm not around that person and I'm by myself, I'm playing that whole album. Some of the right off top is Marvin Gaye's Midnight Love. That shit was crazy, man. That shit is just a wonderful R&B vibe, man. Somebody enjoying life, man, and then appreciating all the good shit that's going on. Beautiful vibes, beautiful women, beautiful setting, just beauty in its whole entirety, and having a good time with it. Man, Midnight Love is my shit. The Superfly soundtrack, Curtis Mayfield, that nigga's amazing, man. He won't get his credit. That's one thing that's really like kind of like a downer for nowadays. It's like they really don't give a fuck, like younger people. Because I can tell you this right now, there's some old heads that could sing their motherfucking ass off that will pretty much low key like shit on most people for real nowadays. Just in the vocal department, not overall music, because they still do their thing or whatever. Because I saw some disrespectful shit the other day. They got another goddamn Cinderella coming out. Why? I mean, how many times y'all gonna redo this shit? What up, Night Vision? My G. But they got another Cinderella coming out. And you know, one of the songs from the soundtrack is Rhythm Nation. And what's the girl that's in the movie? What's her name? Camila Cabella. If y'all listen to this rendition, poor Janet. Poor Janet. There ain't no way you should have got disrespected like this and had somebody with this corny ass, dry ass, lame ass, square ass, sucker ass rendition of your hit song. Because a lot of people be hyped about, you know, individuals. They got some catching up to do. All right. I need people to go up. I need people to get on your fucking Wikipedia pages and check out Janet Jackson and see what she did. All right. Man, that rendition of Rhythm Nation is the most disrespectful shit. That shit is trash. And she do this thing that artists that don't really have it in the soul and shit like that, they do this grunt thing. That shit is trash. I'm telling you, listen to this shit and prepare for the disappointment. It will invade your whole being once you hear this trash ass remix. Oh, man. Janet, I got you, baby girl. I got a playlist with a bunch of your shit right now that I'm gonna rock with. I'm gonna listen to it all day at work tomorrow because I don't be fucking with the people at work or whatever. Save that bullshit gossip and that corny shit for somebody else. I'm here to work. I'm here for this bag, man. I don't need to be your friend, nigga. I need this money. So that's why I ain't gonna that's where I differ from some people. Because some people, like my pops, he's a good dude. Good spirited dude. Like if you meet people who meet him, who who have encountered him in their lifetime, they only got good things to say about him. Like I met some people at his job one time when I went to scoop him up, and they, people are always raving about Pops, and that's good. I respect him for it, and I love him for it, because it's definitely something my black ass can't do. Because I am definitely attitudinal with shit. Because most of the time, man, it don't be about shit. Especially, I'm sorry to say this, it be white people and girls that just don't be talking about nothing. And this is not just being racist. This is just taking into account this shit that goes on. White people will tell you all their business. And I'm telling you this from total experience. Why do y'all share so much? I don't need to know anything about your relationship. I didn't even ask. This white girl at work, all she does is talk about her boyfriend. Now, granted, she just got out of a bad relationship. So, anytime, you out of some bad shit and you get into something decent, you going to rave about it. There's a dude. Oh, man, is he black? Because if it's a black dude like that, wow. And did he grow up upwardly mobile? But because it's just like she talks about her boyfriend and nothing against her. The dude, I don't give a fuck. Like, yo, let me pull out my calculator and let me calculate how much of a fuck I don't give. Because I don't. Boy, that nigga, yeah, they get him. He's white. All right, see, told you. Yeah, the dudes do it too. The dudes will definitely hit you with that stuff, man. I don't know why they feel like they just. He always got a story about it, man. Yeah, man, that's the only thing, man. You're not a bad person, man. I just don't give a fuck, man. I really don't. I don't care. And we not bringing this shit to you. So why would you return to? This how bad she is. I have these Bluetooth headphones I wear. They fit around the ear. You can clearly see that I have on headphones. And I wear a Scully to work. And now roll it up and keep it right around here, just so you can see that there are headphones in my ear. That does not divert her from coming over there and telling me about her man, showing me a video on social media that I just did. Whew. That's one of the worst things. That's one of the worst things about social media. Um, that's one of the worst things. People showing you shit that is not funny. I don't give a fuck. Do not take 30 seconds out of my day. I do not take 30 seconds out of my day to show me a video I didn't give a damn about. Okay? A video of somebody recording their dog eating kibble. Why the fuck do I need to watch that? Boy eats kibble. Like, come on. Y'all gotta cut that out, man. We don't give a fuck. And I can't mention them, but I'm mentioning my sisters and that bullshit that they be talking about. Lord Jesus. If you're not giving me no bonds, I don't give a fuck about that dude you talking about. I'll be dead honest with you. And listen to and I'll tell you this right now. I ain't interested in none of them at the job. So why in the hell would you? Oh my God. You know what? I hate to say I feel them on this aspect. To be talked to by somebody you have no interest in, it gets a little annoying. I ain't even gonna lie. Because girls don't holler at dudes. Girls don't holler at dudes so they can nip that shit in the bud real quick. Like if you give a dude some rhythm, he just gonna come out. Let me get your number. You're trying to go out this, that, and the third, trying to get at you, whatever. And then she shoot you down. That's just it. That's just cool. You save it for another day, or you just carry on to somebody else. Women, they be nudging along like people in walkers, just taking bit by bit, inch by inch, just trying to squeeze compliments out of you and calling you silly ass nicknames and shit like that. Oh. And I read somewhere, speaking of work, that how they said medically, as a man gets older, his sex drive drops. As women get older, their sex drive rises. And unfortunately, I am starting to find that out. At work, I work at a retirement old people's community. Some of these old ladies are the friskiest things. Oh my God. I know one of them is gonna pinch my ass one of these days. I know. I already know what's gonna happen. I already know. I already know. It's old. This old white women just flirting. Yo, these elderly women be on it, bro. And they love nothing more than a man. They will cuss out the females, tell them to get the hell out of their face, just so they can make you go. I've had this about 4 or 5 old women there. One lady, Miss Marcy, she blatantly goes out her way to see what's going on. One day she even said, "Where's Jamal at?" No, see, you talking about 40 and 50. That's different. I'm talking about 70 and 80. I'm talking about almost on your deathbed, like you almost gone from here. Like Miss Marcy literally asked, "Where's Jamal at?" Then they'll turn around and say, they be like, because I've been watching this for like the last month and a half. She said, "Well, if he ain't cooking, I don't want shit from here." Like, come on now, man. You old, bro. You gotta eat, man. One foot, the fucking foot, one leg in the casket. Trying to give me something. We have a dementia section that in the community where you gotta like go in and use your badge to actually get in there. You gotta make sure the door's closed because they will try to escape. There's a woman in there, Miss Randy. Man, when women they talking to you and they do this shit with the glass and just be giggling and stuff, I'd be like, oh my God. Miss Judy in the same area, oh, you're pretty. He's tall and he's pretty. Look at him. Miss Jean ain't got no teeth, but Miss Jean just, Miss Jean is wild, man. Miss Jean be in there trying to kiss people with the open mouth, and she was trying to kiss somebody's husband that was up there when boy, it gets in that dementia section, boy, it get wild up there, bro. But that's just crazy. I want to advise y'all, man. Stay away from these old women, man. For real, for real. Stay away from. Yeah, because I've been called cute and I've been called handsome. But to call me pretty, I don't even have long hair. What the fuck are y'all? Well, I give it to you because the great Patrice O'Neal said women don't know how to flirt, so they wouldn't even know what the fuck to say to us. So if you figure at 78 years old, you really didn't know what to do, but you ain't got that much time left, and you trying to get your doors blown one more time before you get up out of here, and you think the black buck gonna take care of it. Nah, ain't even. I don't even be talking to none of them. The only two that I actually converse with is Miss Chin and Miss Grill because they both the minorities because it's all white people and just them two. They the only Asian ones, and I talk to them. There was a black lady, Miss Cherry, that I used to talk to, but her daughter got her the hell up out of there. She got her up out of there. Man, that's crazy. But man, stay away from these old women, man. They are out there. No, no, ain't no gifts. They just old. And I ain't got time for that, man. I really don't. Them and young girls, like 19, 20, them college age girls, they have daddy issues and they just think this old dude just gonna lead them in the proper direction. I'll tell you that right now. I've been hit at women that's too old and damn near too young for the majority of my life. And boy, that joint is just getting out of hand at this point. Now 80-year-olds is getting at me. Am I that trash? Like, if I got women that's almost if I got women waiting for that's up there waiting for the receptionist in God's waiting room at this community, like what in the hell is going on, man? Like I don't know what. Like I know the young girls, like the college age girls, that's daddy issue. That's just all that is. Because I worked at an elementary school, and the reception I got from the girls, from not even trying, just being somebody that they could talk to, that jump was just crazy. Once they found out I won't know, once they found out I won't know old fuddy duddy, that really like changed a lot. Once they saw that, I knew what was going on. I'm hitting these dances for them and stuff like that. Because I'll dance for some kids. I don't mind that. All right. Now, any adults? No. I got in trouble in the military for that one time because they asked me to dance for somebody, and I was like, fuck, I look like Step and Fetch It. Yo, man, you better go find you a coon because I ain't doing it. I got rolled up and had to pick up trash. But this was over in the desert, so I didn't get in too much trouble. So, but yeah, working at that school, those girls was like real. They were real receptive, and it wasn't like I was trying to be their friends or nothing like that. I was just, being polite, being who my parents raised me to be. Because, as a kid, man, you always looking for a cool adult. Because you don't think most adults is cool anyway. They usually squares or something like that for the most part. But, it's always good to meet a cool adult. Make you feel more comfortable, give you some hope for the future. Because if all of them is dorks, I know you don't think. Lucky me, my peoples was cool. My parents was cool, so I ain't have to worry about that. I ain't have to go out here looking for no old head to listen to rap music. My parents was listening too, so that always helped. I wonder if my niece feel like that. I wonder if she gonna watch this episode and feel like that. This shit clean, man. Look how sharp this shit, man. Sauce right there. I talked y'all ears off long enough. I appreciate everybody coming by here with the steady 6 to 8 people. I really appreciate that, man. Who knows? One day it may blow up around this some bitch. Probably won't on Facebook because I know Facebook is starting to get rid of people who cuss. I don't give a shit. I'm not trying to monetize off y'all asses anyway. Get it out of here. Ain't no way in hell you gonna stop me from cussing. Y'all let y'all monkey ass mind. I'm gonna say what I want to say. Man, they seen like Big Josh skits and stuff like that. He got to bleep out the words. Oh, hell no. No, you ain't no bleeping here. You gonna get all these cuss words. Fuck! No, I'm playing. Mark sniping folks for real. I don't know who that is. You talking about Zuckerberg or somebody else? But I appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you guys for uh, chatting with your boy. You know, got my 7 likes. This is more than last week. I know more than 4 football fans, but I only got 4 likes on last week. I didn't talk bad about nobody's team but mine. So, you know, let's get them likes up on them old ass videos. If you ain't doing shit, if you chilling, this dog will not sit down and save his life. Do something if you want to. I'm gonna beat your ass. But man, watch these jumps, man. If you ain't doing nothing and you need something in the background, man, let these unsmooth ass vocals get you through your long days at work while you sitting up there playing video games. We gonna get into these video games next week because 2K gonna be released. It's probably gonna be another long show. Y'all gonna don't try to sit here and act like y'all don't give a fuck about 2K being released. You gonna get that goddamn 2K and you gonna play that shit just like my black ass is too. Now, unfortunately, it looks like it's going the way of Madden, the way people should been shitting on it and how fast they stopped playing it. But I'll dabble into that next week. Thanks again. I appreciate everybody coming to views, get likes, comments, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Come watch this shit, man. It's entertainment, man. I'm having fun, and I want y'all to join in on it. So, you know, get informed. Appreciate it. Again, all love, man. Thank y'all, and I'll catch y'all next week.